Check out the second story of this plan. It has this game room, this very spacious media room, and then it's still open to the second story in the living room with this beautiful spiral staircase. Stick around for this one. Hey everyone, Raj Sahu here, realtor in Austin, Texas, back with another model home walkthrough. Today we're going to go through the Mckinney plan with Pointe Homes. You saw on the sign over 2,900 square feet. But with the media room upgrade, it goes over 3,200 square feet. It's a 4-bedroom, 3.5 bathroom, but like with most homes, there are some structural upgrades that we'll certainly go through. First, I want to show when you first walk in, I like how this opens up to the second story, perfect for a chandelier, as you'll see here in the model home. And like usual, we're just going to go out to the main living area so I can get to what I think is the great feature in this home, where everything is very open. They put a fireplace here on this edge with the tile going all the way up to the ceiling. You have so much natural light coming in from the windows. My camera's having a difficult time focusing in on that, which is great. I love those oversized windows. And then very open kitchen. It is missing a vent hood. They actually had to take this vent hood out to put in another home to close it. That's just the supply chain disruption that we're in right now, where they don't have a vent hood here. But you'll see a vent hood in your home if you elect for that upgrade. And then as you saw there, you'll also get this amazing open to the second story. And then here's a better look at that spiral staircase, which is obviously also open to the second story. So I just love the open concept feel of this, the spiral nature of the wall and their staircase. It just feels very grandiose, and for this type of price point, I think this is a fantastic plan. And I think Pointe is starting to realize that they offer some good plans. They had a very long list. They've made quite a few sales for people coming off that list, and now they're finally opening up some more inventory where it's not as competitive to get into this type of product line, but still the same great plans that you see here. It starts with the kitchen. I love this chevron pattern that goes all the way up to the ceiling. And then the open kitchen island, there's some really good design elements. Like I like the pendant lights. I like the fireplace where you're not putting that on the back wall, taking up windows. Instead, it's situated kind of right next to the staircase. And then the farmhouse sink, just all the different upgrades and the flow of this plan. I'm very excited to feature Pointe Homes. It's actually the first time I'm posting them on the channel. And the reason why is it was so difficult to get into Pointe. Even the model homes were closed unless you got off of a wait list. So finally things are starting to open up, and I think you'll start to see some great parts of this plan. Spacious pantry for this amount of square footage, and some of the features that you're seeing in this model home, I would say you see typically in a lot of their plans. Maybe not the fireplace or the light fixtures. Those are different things that people do aftermarket. But certainly the flow, the windows, just many different parts of this plan that I think are fantastic. Moving along to the dining room, 6-seater table here. I like some of the light fixtures that they put in this, and that wall design is very cool. Wall designs are and light fixtures are two things that I see usually done aftermarket, but nice to see in a model home, so you can at least get some ideas here. And then patio space, I would say nothing special about this. And then backyard, it is a model home, so don't think that this is typically what you're going to get. But I would say for the couple buyers that I have under contract in this neighborhood, I would say that this is somewhat similar to what they got. So there's some pretty good lots in this community. We're actually in Old Settlers at Homestead, and this is a community in East Round Rock. It's right next to the new Kalahari Resorts, which just opened up recently, and this is turning out to be a fantastic community where there's a lot of development going on, and they're connecting roads, and there's a lot of homeowners starting to move in. And so it's always exciting to see what was once a brand new community, and it's starting to kind of come together, and it's in a great location in East Round Rock. In fact, if you look at a lot of new construction options are much further out than this specific community. moving along to this living room and this fireplace feature, which I keep coming back to because I love how it draws your eye up all the way up to the ceiling, and then you have that beautiful staircase on the side of it. I will say that tile work with a builder usually is going to be very expensive. So an alternative that you can use, and I think I mentioned this in a previous video, aftermarket, there's a website called stickwood.com. That's STIK wood.com. And I'm sure there's other companies that do this. It's just, this is something that I've seen somebody use before, where it's a wood look peel and stick. So it's something that you can easily do. And if you have a tall ladder, that you can get up there and just stick it onto the wall. And they have some beautiful peel and stick materials that you could use there. And if you go to their website, you can see what I mean. And you could do that at the fireplace. You could also do that in this owner's bedroom. So if you see that back wall pattern that they did there, instead of using an expensive tile, it's just much more cost effective to use these peel and sticks, where it gives you that same look without being a ridiculous cost. And I like a lot of parts of this home, and this design element, that dark contrast with the lighter elements of this bedroom, I think works so well. And I always say steal away. That, you know, a lot of these model homes, I don't get good design ideas that just come to fruition in my mind. I see them first in a model home, and that means a professional designer did them, or I get recommendations from when I'm at the design studio, and I just take all of them down. So always happy to pass them along to you and then to all my clients. I do think design is crucial, and I can't tell you how many times we walked homes under construction that felt small, and it's because there's no design elements in the home. But design makes a big difference in making a space feel bigger, more comfortable, and just you can do so many fun things. And this is a good example of that in this walk-in shower with this very small tile all the way up the wall. Not something I usually see, just because a smaller tile will usually come with a much higher cost rather than like these rectangular tiles. But if you wanted to do something like you're seeing here, you can always mix it up with a rectangular tile that maybe has some veins or some more design elements in it. And I say that because sometimes people walk model homes and they do hear that there are lots of upgrades in it, and then they get fearful that they can't accomplish that same look without going well above budget. And I think you can in a lot of cases, especially if you find pictures online of what you like before actually going into a design studio. A lot of times those online pictures of the most lavish, you know, owner's bathrooms or kitchens. But I always tell people, lean on the designer, try to get them to understand what your budget is, and then find options that go with the colors and the patterns that you really prefer that still stick to your budget. And I think leaning in on a good designer is helpful, but then also having your realtor with you to kind of keep track of everything, who's experienced going to the design studio, is obviously a great idea. Now, of course, we are in the owner's closet that was accessible through the owner's bathroom. And then this door actually leads to the laundry room. Now, I will come back to this laundry room, but I don't want to go out that way. I think it'll be a little bit confusing. I really want you to get the flow of this space. So as we're walking out of the owner's bedroom, we're going to go back to the front of the home that has a study and a bedroom. I'll get back to the laundry, and then wait till you see the second floor of this home. I know I featured it at the beginning of the video, but that really didn't do it justice. For this type of home, it's usually built on a 50-foot wide lot, and you'll see most builders, when they build on a 50-foot wide lot, they just can't offer the amount of rooms and options that are in this type of plan, where you have 2 bedrooms downstairs with a study, and then upstairs 2 bedrooms with a game room. And then there is an option with a media room, which this model home has, or they usually have an option to put in a 5th bedroom and an additional full bathroom. So lots of options here. I even just like this bench seating right next to the stairwell. I think that was a really cool model home element that I don't think I've seen with any other builder. And then we're back at the front entrance, and if we just curled left when we first walked in, we would be in this spare bedroom. So this is the 2nd bedroom downstairs outside of the owner's bedroom. I like the windows that are on the front wall, and I also like that there is an in-suite full bathroom. first on this type of lot, for most homes built on this size of a lot, this is usually not offered, where you have an in-suite full bathroom and then you actually have a separate powder bath. And why I think that's important is if you're using this second bedroom downstairs for parents who you don't want going up and down the steps, or you have a guest staying with you. Usually if you have guests over, or just like a friend's over or something like that, for them to share the same bathroom as your parents staying with you, it may not be the most ideal situation. Especially I've seen other floor plans offered by builders where the bathroom is across the hallway from that bedroom downstairs. So they got to kind of cross your front door to get to the bathroom. I don't think that makes sense. And I think they built this with something that most people want, a separate powder with an in-suite full bathroom, as well as this study. I think with so many people still working from home or having some sort of work from home element, it's so great to have a study that is separate from the bedrooms upstairs. Often I find if there isn't a study downstairs, then most people need to compromise and use a spare bedroom upstairs as their study, and that can be a little bit difficult, especially if you have kids and kids are using that game room as their play area and then your study's close by. I like how this study is situated, where it's private from the other parts of the home. And by the way, those glass doors, I don't think I've ever seen that before in a home, where it's just a sliding glass door like that on the study, but that's just probably just like a model home feature. And then that door we just saw would be access to your garage. And then it looks like they have a kind of like a built-in bench area just to sit down, take shoes off. And then under the stairwell, we have some storage here. And then they did do a bump out here for the laundry, and that bump out allows for enough room to put in a door into the owner's closet. So if you don't do that bump out, then I think you get a little bit extra storage space in your garage. So it's just a 2-car garage, and then maybe a little bit of storage space if you don't do that bump out in the laundry. But if you don't do the bump out, again, you can't put in that door to your owner's closet, and then heaven forbid you'll have to take your laundry through your home to get to the laundry room. So I say that jokingly, but I do like that door from the laundry to the owner's closet. Who wants to lug their laundry through their home? And that was the powder bath, and we're gonna head upstairs. Again, I keep talking about the second story, but that first story, for again this type of lot size, there's a lot going on there, where you have 2 bedrooms down, you had a study, you had 2.5 bathrooms, and then you still had open to the second story. You had a wide open kitchen. There were a lot of great features of that first story. And then onto the second story, we have this great game room, still very open to the living room. So I think for so many people that are wanting open concept homes, that are moving here from the Northeast United States or even the Northwest part, where maybe open concept is not as prominent, I think this is a great home that kind of showcases what's possible with all these different rooms that all have a little bit of privacy. Like we talked about that study downstairs, we're about to see a media room that's closed off. It has a lot of privacy, but it's still very open. And I think that's a difficult combination to accomplish, is having open concept, but still having a lot of people who want privacy, especially with how much we had to stay at home over the last 2 years. A lot of people are begging for privacy in their home. And I think this accomplishes it while still being open. I love that. And this is a good example. This game room's big. They have a lot of furniture in here. I don't know why they did like a campfire style chairs in the middle, but I would say that would be a great play area. There's a good enough room for that game room area where there's a lot of possibilities. And then I love this media room. That is a massive couch on that side. I like the lighting that they did here. I actually have a homeowner under contract that's doing something like that in their tray ceiling, and I'm excited to see that come together. And I'm just gonna take a seat here, take a drink, just have some fun with this, and really imagine this media room, which I think is very underrated now. I found a lot of people who do theater rooms and then maybe don't use it as much as they thought they would. But now I'm realizing with a lot of people, especially if you need like a play area for the kids in the game room, you know, their toys get everywhere. And then you don't really have a hangout spot with a TV that's closed off, where if you're watching a movie but somebody else is sleeping in the home, it's really nice to have that separate media room. I even have a homeowner who's under contract where they're putting extra insulation in their media room so it can kind of soundproof it. Even if you can't do that with a builder, you can try to do something aftermarket with like those foam pads that you can buy on Amazon. So there's a lot of different things you can do, but I think that media room at the end of the day just gets you a little bit more square footage, which I find a lot of people need on their second story. Always good to have it there. And then on this side of the second story, we have 2 bedrooms split by a full bathroom. And then if I didn't mention it already, currently Pointe is offering a media room option as a structural upgrade, or instead of that media room, you could do a bedroom, 5th bedroom there with a full bathroom. So this is why I love new construction. If you look at the resale market, there's always going to be a little bit more compromise in the resale market. But with new construction, when you have all these different floor plans, all these builders, all these options, there's usually a lot less compromise. And I think if you're going to buy in this type of market, it makes sense to have little compromise in what you're looking for. Obviously, this is the full bathroom, and then you have the commode to the side. I like the 2 sinks. Sometimes when I don't see 2 sinks, or that's not offered as an option, I don't think that makes sense when you have what will likely be multiple people accessing that bathroom. And then this is the 4th bedroom that does face out to the front of the home. Keep in mind, anytime you see windows on the front of the home, those windows can usually change based on the elevation of the home. The elevation is just the exterior aesthetic. So a lot of builders will offer an elevation where there's more of a pitch to the roof, or what my last home buyer called the pointy elevation, where the roof kind of just goes up to a point, or they might have more of like a flat look, a little bit more modern, or they just have different looks with like stone and brick, and then it changes around the windows. So I love that too. I think curb appeal is important, and also driving to the home that you absolutely love aesthetically is also very important. And so picking those options is great. And if you're watching this in 2022, Build from Scratch is finally back. It was gone for a couple years, but a lot of builders are opening it back up where you can pick all your options. So that's going to be it for the Mckinney plan with Pointe Homes. If you like this model home walkthrough, you want to see another model home walkthrough, click on the thumbnail that's on your screen. And then if you watch this far, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and hope this helps. Take care.